Good afternoon and welcome to the campus of Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. We're at DiSanto Field. My name is Michael Goldberg and I will be with you for today's matchup between the Case Western Reserve University Spartans and the Purple Raiders of the University of Mount Union. Great to be with you. We had some rain earlier today, some of the remnants of the storms that happened south of us, but the skies have cleared and it looks like good conditions here. Might be sort of a wet field, but should be good to go for a battle between two Ohio teams. Case Western Reserve University starting off at 5-2-1 and Mount Union at 6-3. Coach Carter Poe coached at Mount Union before coming to the Spartans here at Case Western Reserve University. It was a good week for the Spartans as they beat number 24 John Carroll University 2-0 earlier this week, so a little bit of momentum. It's Parents Weekend here on campus, so should be a nice crowd of folks here today. I'll take you through the starting lineups for the Mount Union Purple Raiders. In goal will be Lucas Fields. At forward, Alex Depperschmidt. Defender number 5, Adam Calvitz. Defender number 8, Sam Falcone. Midfielder from here in Cleveland, Ohio, Cabby Ramadarni. Midfielder number 16, Reese Utter. Midfielder number 18, Amir Spratt. Midfielder and their leading scorer, number 23, Carter Hancock. At forward, number 24, Niall Spann. At forward, number 25, Asher Hart. And defense, number 27, A.J. Jabber. For your Case Western Reserve University Spartans, in goal, number 1, Bradley Winter. Defender number 2, Philip Washington. Defender number 4, Cormac Apostolides. Midfielder number 6, Camden Larson. Midfielder number 7, Lucas Delakis. Midfielder number 8, Kyson Kroger. Midfielder number 9, Adam Pluschek. Midfielder number 10, Kellen Landefeld. Defender number 13, Cameron Thayer. Midfielder number 17, Charlie Wittenberg. And finally, defender number 23, Josh Cook, rounding out the lineup. So the Spartans with a big win earlier this week over number 24, John Carroll University. Just looking at the top 25, UAA rival University of Chicago coming in at number 21. And I'm going to pause for the national anthem. Actually, it's the starting lineups, which I just gave you. So the teams are on the field. Sorry about that. Just looking at the top 25, Chicago coming in at number 21. That's the only team in the UAA ranked. And John Carroll, as I mentioned, at number 24, suffering their first loss of the team at the hands of the Spartans, a 2-0 victory for Case Western Reserve. Case Western Reserve University lost some key players last year. Matt Vatney, who was all everything, has gone on to graduate. Spartans won their first round NCAA game last year before falling in the second round of the tournament on penalties. But a good team here. Some senior leadership in Kyson Kroger and Lucas Delakis. Some new faces on the team. Josh Cook is a senior. Grad transfers have also played a big role in helping. Kellen Landefeld is a grad transfer, played at Michigan State University. And also we'll likely see today from a grad transfer from Tulsa, Eshwar Shala, who's gotten a lot of playing time as they introduce the Spartan team. Beautiful day here. At least there's no rain so far. It's been a mild fall. Good temperatures so far. You never know in Cleveland, Ohio, what the temperatures might be like in late September. Just looking ahead to the Spartans' schedule as they continue with their non-conference schedule. Next week they start the UAA season. They'll be heading to NYU, and NYU will be heading here for a matchup on DiSanto Field. Then they'll play Emory October 19th at Rochester versus Rochester here. Then heading to Chicago to play number 21 University of Chicago. Then to St. Louis to play Wash U, Brandeis, and finally rounding out the UAA season here at home against Carnegie Mellon. Let's pause for the national anthem. And just looking at the Mount Union Purple Raiders schedule, looking ahead, they'll start their OAC schedule with a matchup against Otterbein next Saturday. Then they play the John Carroll, who we talked about earlier, Wilmington, Muskingum, Heidelberg, Baldwin Wallace, Ohio Northern, Marietta, and Capital University. As I look at opponents last week, earlier this week, the Purple Raiders knocked off Worcester 2-0 at a home match, and that's the only common opponent that the Spartans and Mount Union have. The Spartans beat Worcester 4-0 earlier this year at a game in Worcester. So both of them finishing off their non-conference schedules before they head into conference play. As we're about to kick things off here, the Spartans will be defending the south goal. So heading left to right on your, as we used to say, radio dial, but as you tune in, watching as the Mount Union Purple Raiders will be defending the north goal. Just looking at the Mount Union lineup, quite a few players from here in Northeast Ohio, as Mount Union based in Alliance, Ohio, about halfway in between Pittsburgh and Cleveland, so a good healthy number of folks from the Cleveland area, as the Spartans will start off with the ball, and it ends up back at the feet of Philip Washington, who passes it over to Josh Cook and to Cameron Thayer. So the back line of the Spartans: Cook, Thayer, Washington, and Cormac Apostolides, who has the ball from the Chicago area on the left-hand side. He looks upfield and taken away by Mount Union. And back to Charlie Wittenberg from Los Angeles, a junior with the ball. A little give-and-go touch pass, and Wittenberg with the ball gets it in front there to Landenfeld. Back to Charlie, looking for help to Landenfeld. And Larson with it, with a reverse to Charlie in the middle of the field, and it is knocked away. Ramadani with the ball, and there's a whistle, and Lucas Delakis is going to be whistled. Cabby Ramadoni is from Lincoln West High School right here in Cleveland, Ohio. It's a little bit of a reunion for him coming home. Mount Union with the ball. of bounds, and that's going to be off the Spartans. Played by Carter Hancock across the field to Depperschmidt. Depperschmidt working against Washington. Gets it in the middle of the field. There's Hancock trying to create something with the left foot. Gets it in the middle, but knocked away. Amir Spratt tried to put a put on it, and I think it's going to be the first corner kick of the ball game. Hancock a little bit slow to get up, and this will be a corner kick. Reese Utter taking the corner for Mount Union. And there's a ball knocked out by the defender. And it'll be a throw-in for Mount Union. Good play by Cormac Apostolides to knock it away. Mount Union plays it back out, unable to take advantage of that corner kick. A.J. Jabber with the ball. Utter back to Jabber. We're just underway at DiSanto Field in the first half between the Spartans and the Purple Raiders of Mount Union, and that ball is kicked out of bounds, and it'll be Spartan ball. Apostolides throws it in to Thayer, back to Cormac. Oh, and he gets knocked from behind. I'll give a shout out to Cormac's dad as he kicks it upfield. George Apostolides is a classmate of mine from Princeton University. We were emailing last night. I only just realized that Cormac's dad and I were the same George Apostolides from Princeton. So shout out to George, who's listening in from Boston. And here come the Spartans with a little bit of a run down the left-hand side, and they put it in the middle and knocked out of bounds there by Sam Falcone. Kept in to Larson. Larson with the right foot, looking for help to Delekis, to Charlie Wittenberg, but taken away. Cameron comes up, but it's taken away there by Amir Spratt. Spratt is a first-year student out of local Kent Roosevelt High School. Falcone with the ball to Hancock at midfield. Hancock looking for help, and Spratt knocks it away. So Spartan throw in. Philip Washington will take it to Landenfeld. Back to Philip. To Lucas in the middle. Lucas is going to play it back, looking for help, and he finds it in Cameron Thayer. Cameron is a sophomore out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Studying accounting and did some entrepreneurship work this summer. Just met with him this week to learn more about his entrepreneurship interests as I run the Entrepreneurship Center at the university. Landenfeld with the ball, working it to Pluschek. Pluschek with the left foot, double teamed and taken away by Mount Union. Sam Falcone with it. Lucas comes up over to Kellen, to Camden. Back to Cormac, is going to play it back to Josh Cook. Josh up to Kellen. Kellen looking inside to Lucas, but knocked away by the Mount Union defense. And there's a play inside. Oh, a nice ball inside the box, but knocked away by Mount Union. Upfield, it's going to be settled by Delakis, back to Philip Washington. Philip to Kellen. Just under 40 minutes to go in the first half as Josh Cook, the senior defender out of Johnstown, Ohio. To Lucas in the middle. Philip on the right-hand side. Looking for help. And finds it. Nice give and go there to Camden Larson, who puts it on goal, and good! The Spartans are on the board. Camden Larson with the goal. That is his first goal of the year. He's had 9 shots coming into today. Some nice give and go there as Camden Larson puts the Spartans on the board. So Camden Larson, a junior out of Mount Airy, Maryland, puts the Spartans on the board. Camden's a computer engineering major, popular major here on campus. Started all night 17 games last year as a sophomore for the Spartan and scored 1 goal last year. So second career goal for Camden Larson. His dad, Matthew, played soccer at the University of Maryland from 93 to 96, and mother, Tracy, played field hockey, so quite a sporty family. So Mount Union with the ball. Attacking Cormac. They're going to play it in the center of the field. Ramdani with the ball. Passes it back to Utter. So early goal for the Spartans as they go up 1-0 here. Utter looking for help. Passes it back to Jobber. On the wing to Hart, and that ball's knocked away by the Spartans in the middle of the field. And there's a shot, goes well over the keeper. So Bradley Winter will retrieve a spare ball and put it in play. It's a good start for Coach Poe and the Spartans with the early goal. And Josh Cook looks for help and finds it in Philip Washington as the Spartans looking to move the ball upfield. Back to Josh. Over to Cameron. To Cormac on the wing. So the Spartans looking to move it up. Josh Cook's going to take it himself. He has some running room. Plays it in the midfield to Larson. Back to Cormac. Cormac looks upfield, has a man streaking in Landenfeld. Landenfeld with the right foot, looking for help to Lucas, gets it in the middle. Back to Larson. Larson puts a foot on it. It's knocked around. Spartans, and there's, and it goes well over the out of bounds. Camden Larson with a right foot, although it looks like it was deflected. And it's going to be a corner kick. First corner opportunity for the Spartans. As Kellen Landenfeld, the graduate student to transfer from Michigan State. And actually now it'll be Pluschek hustling over to take that corner. As Josh Cook comes all the way up from the defense position. So Pluschek with the left foot. Charlie Wittenberg over his head, and it's going to be chased down but out of bounds. So opportunity for the Spartans. Can't take advantage of it. Still early in the first half. The Spartans up 1-0. Out by Fields, and Philip Washington will corral it for the Spartans. Plays it back to Cook, to Thayer. Thayer has double team, gets it to the midfield to Landenfeld, and a good play to Lucas. Lucas with a little bit of room, passes to Philip Washington. Washington looking for help, and it's knocked away by Mount Union. Philip Washington, a junior defender out of Ellicott City, Maryland. Attended Wild Lake High School. Thayer with the ball to Landenfeld. Knocked out of bounds. Cormack throws it back to Thayer. Thayer with the left foot to Landenfeld in the middle, but knocked away by Mount Union. Nice play there by Mount Union to control. And they'll play it back to their defense and restart from there. That's Asher Hart over to Jabber, to Sam Falcone. And they're going to go back to the keeper, Lucas Fields, who puts a right foot on it and hits it up to Hancock. Thayer puts a head ball on it. Nice play. So fight for it at midfield. Ramadani with the ball. Back to Hancock, who's looking to create. Hancock, the leading scorer on Mount Union. Still fight at the midfield. And knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay Mount Union ball. And this is going to be the first substitute of the game, as Niall Spann checks out. So Emilio Spektic, a fifth-year senior from right here in Chardon, Ohio. Attended Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. So Emilio Spektic, midfielder, checks in. Spratt with the ball, but knocked away well by the Spartans. Bradley Winter puts a right foot on it. It goes right back to Mount Union. And they're going to put a boot on it. It goes over the goal. That was Spektic. Just comes in off the bench and is unable to put it on goal. 32:55 remaining in the first half, as the Spartans, powered by a Camden Larson goal, are leading. And they're going to get it upfield. Nice move there by Cormack, who sends it back to Cameron, to Josh Cook, looking for help upfield. Back to Thayer. Booted upfield, and a run by Kyson Kroger, unable to corral, but it'll stay Spartan ball. Actually, excuse me, that's going to be a Mount Union throw-in. Nice play there by Cormack to come up. Lucas has it at midfield, back to Josh Cook. Josh to Cameron Thayer. Cameron works it up on the wing to Cormac Apostolides, to Landenfeld, back to Charlie, and that ball's knocked away. Cormac knocks it up. Charlie actually worked this summer for NBC Sports at the Olympics in Paris. Charlie out of Los Angeles, California. And they get it inside. Nice little pass there to Delacus, to Landenfeld, trying to keep it alive. Charlie puts a foot on it. Fight at midfield. Cameron comes up. Spartans looking for that second goal of the afternoon. Josh Cook with it on the wing to Philip Washington. Washington back to Delacus. Kroger. And now Washington with a throw-in. Oh, a little too much there from Adam Pluschek, so it's going to be Mount Union throw. Pluschek, a sophomore out of White Lake, Michigan. Good strong throw by Mount Union. Hancock gets a head on it, but it's corralled by the Spartans. Cormac Apostolides, sophomore, defender out of Chicago, went to Lane Tech College Prep. Washington puts a head on it as Hart comes up, knocks it up, goes right back to Washington, and then knocked out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Spartans. To midfield. Landenfeld is with a little bit of a run. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to be a goal kick as Pluschek had it knock off his foot. Substitution, Tyler Harsh, a sophomore out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania in the Central Valley, as Amir Spratt will take a seat. Spartans have not been to their bench yet as of so far. Just under 30 minutes to go in the first half as Fields boots it downfield. Lucas gets a head on it. Kroger at midfield to Landenfeld, back to Philip Washington. Oh, and it's an errant pass and an opportunity for Mount Union. Hancock with the ball, with the right foot, knocked off Cook's leg and goes out of bounds. Very dangerous mistake there by the Spartans, but a nice play by Cook, and that'll be a second corner kick of the afternoon for Mount Union. Reese Utter will take it with his right foot. Reese with a nice boot. Up in the air, and there's a goal for Mount Union. Emilio Spektic off the set play from the corner evens things up as Mount Union is on the board. Spektic with authority off that corner set piece from Reese Utter. So we're knotted up at 1 here with 28 minutes to go in the first half. And that wakes the Mount Union fans up here. Mount Union won the matchup last year at the very final seconds of the game. The Spartans had actually won the previous 6 matchups, but well-matched opponents here today. As the Spartans with the ball. Knocked through. Lucas with the ball. Passes it back to Kellen to Philip Washington. Washington looking for help and finds it. Larson. Back to Josh Cook. To Cameron Thayer. To Apostolides. Back to Landenfeld. Knocked away. Mount Union plays it out, but Thayer corrals it for the Spartans. To Lucas at the midfield. And Larson's knocked down. No call. Mount Union with the ball. Good challenge there by Lucas. Pluschek hustles, but Hart knocks it away, and that's going to go out of bounds, and Spartan throw-in for Philip Washington. Short pass to Lucas, center of the field to Landenfeld. Back to Lucas, to Josh Cook. So early goal by the Spartans, but Mount Union has tied it up off the last corner kick. Michael Goldberg with you here at DiSanto Field, and a nice kick to no one by Camden Larson, so it'll be a goal kick for the Mount Union Purple Raiders. Mount Union sports known, certainly in the Ohio, for their dominance in Division Division III football. National champion, a couple of national championships. As the ball goes ahead to Depperschmidt, double teamed, and it's going to be off Depperschmidt. He doesn't like the call, but drops it down there for the Spartans. And Larson's pass is errant and picked off there by Mount Union. Back to Depperschmidt, who makes a bad pass in the middle of the field to Kroger, to Charlie Wittenberg. Charlie will play it back to Cormac Apostolides, and now Josh Cook has it, looking for help. Josh puts a left foot on it in the middle of the field to Kyson Kroger. Now Pluschek has it, and he's making a run. Aggressive defense there by Mount Union. It's going to be out of bounds and a goal kick. So a nice bit of defense there by Adam Calvitz. Calvitz is a fifth-year student out of local Avon, Ohio. Coach Carter not gone to his substitutes as of yet. 25 minutes to go here in the first half. And there's the goal kick by Fields, and ball goes all the way down. Goalie to goalie as Bradley Winter puts a foot on it, and he will start things in play. Back to Josh Cook. Cameron Thayer with the ball, looking for help. Landenfeld on the wing to Cormac Apostolides. Back to Landenfeld and back to Cameron Thayer. Middle of the field to Cameron Larson. Stolen away there by Ramadani. And knocked upfield, but errantly as the Spartans corral it. Cook with a nice play to Washington, who's got some room to run. Washington looks upfield, but it's taken away there by Calvitz. And it's a play, no call, okay, and a late call as Landenfeld is going to be called, as it looks like that was Emilio Spektic who had the early goal, but is down hobbling, and it looks like he's going to perhaps stay in the game as he's hobbling around, but he will stay in the game. Taken away. This could be an opportunity for the Spartans. There goes Pluschek. He's knocked down, and that's going to be a whistle and perhaps a card as the referee comes over. Free kick for the Spartans. Reaches into his pocket, but is not pulling out a card. Union fans don't like it here. Be a free kick for the Spartans. Landenfeld perhaps asking for a card, but so the Josh Cook is up, just two back for the Spartans as the Spartans look to take advantage of this set piece here. Landenfeld puts it up. Back in play, middle of the box. Somebody from the Spartans, Charlie Wittenberg, tries to get a foot on it and knocked away and cleared by Mount Union. Chased down by Lucas Delakis. Lucas passes across field to Cam Thayer. To Cormac Apostolides. Cormac with the ball, and he'll play it back to his teammate. Now Josh Cook with the ball. So the Spartans had all the momentum, and the goal off the corner kick has given Mount Union some spring in their step as Landenfeld goes down, and again, good defense there by Adam Calvitz. Substitution, Brandon Kim, a senior out of Columbus, Ohio, checks in for Charlie Wittenberg. Kim has played in all 7 games, has a goal earlier in the season. And that ball's going to be played back to the keeper, Bradley Winter, who puts a boot on it to Brandon Kim just into the game. Brandon passes it back to his defender. Josh Cook with the ball. Josh back to Cam Thayer. Thayer to Brandon Kim. Back to Landenfeld. A little too much on that pass for Kyson Kroger. Good defended by Lucas. Lucas to Larson. Larson, nice pass there to Pluschek. Up to Lucas, and he's going to put a shot on it. A goal! Great give and go by the Spartans as Lucas Delakis puts it in for the Spartans. That's his second goal on the year, and the Spartans are up 2-1. Well, an excellent play there by the Spartans. Adam Pluschek on the assist. And there's that spark that the Spartans needed to put them up 2-1 here with 20 minutes to go in the first half. Both teams have 4 shots, 2 shots on goal for the Spartans, 1 for Mount Union. It's Hart with the ball for Mount Union. Up to Reese Utter, who had that assist on the corner kick earlier. Oh, and a nice play by Cam Thayer. But Hancock with it, the very dangerous Hancock, triple team by the Spartans as they get it back to Utter. Utter looking for help and has a man in the corner. Cormac comes up to defend. Nice play by Cormac Apostolides to get it out. But now the Purple Raiders have it in. Josh Cook puts a foot on it to get it out of there. And now Pluschek gets a head on it. Good job by the Spartan defense. Delakis comes up, but Adam Hart with it. Just under 20 minutes to go in the first half. Spartans up 2-1. And that's a errant pass by Mount Union. It'll be a goal kick for Bradley Winter. So Bradley Winter, who's my advisee this year for entrepreneurship. Junior out of Marietta, Georgia. Went to Blessed Trinity Catholic High School. Oh, and there's a ball upfield to Lucas Delakis. He's being pushed. The goalkeeper comes out, and a nice play there by Lucas Field. Very dangerous opportunity for the Spartans as Delakis was looking for his second goal in about 3 minutes. Philip Washington puts a foot on it, but it's taken away there at midfield by Kabi Remendani. It goes back to A.J. Jabber. He'll pass it back to Fields. Hart with it. Passes it upfield to Braden Kennedy, who's into the game from the Strongsville area right here in Cleveland. And there's a whistle on the play, and that's going to be a kick for Mount Union. Back to Hart, to Utter. Utter playing it upfield. Oh, and a nice takeaway, and there's a whistle. Camden Larson called for the bump. As Spektic with the ball. Hancock looking for help, and he finds it in Utter, and Utter puts a nice foot on it, looking for ball, and it goes out of bounds. Well defended there by the Spartans. And substitution now for Case Western Reserve. So number 17 for Mount Union, Xander Pliska. Junior out of Gibbsbonia, Pennsylvania, and checking into the game So Sean Wilson out of Avon, Ohio will also come into the game. Taken away by Mount Union. Amir Awais also checks in, a first-year student out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Shady Side Academy at forward. Oh, Awais is going to try to chase it down. The goalkeeper comes out and knocks it away. Very dangerous play. Good awareness there by Lucas Fields. So Amir Awais, Shady Side Academy, excellent school in the Pittsburgh area. Mount Union has some numbers here as they look to create, but they're going to play it back. And there's a whistle against, I believe, Camden Larson. Some good footwork there by Xander Pliska. His Hart has it now, and they'll pass it to Pliska. Pliska puts a foot on it to Adam Calvitz, but knocked away nicely by Pluschek to Lucas. Coming up is Sean Wilson. Oh, and his pass is knocked by Xander, but out of bounds, and it's going to be case ball as Pluschek is going to throw it in. Actually, he's going to give it up to Philip Washington. Washington looking for help. Up to Amir. Back to Philip. Philip with a nice play, but just out of bounds. Good hustle there by Philip Washington. Look to create. Amir's a bio major, first-year student. Knocked up and out of bounds. So just under a little over 14 minutes to go here in the first half. Spartans on top, 2-1. Goals by Larson and Delakis for the Spartans, and the goal for Mount Union by Emilio Spektic. Here comes Mount Union looking to do something. Up to Hancock, but taken away by Josh Cook. Mount Union retains possession. Braden Kennedy with the ball. Looks to split some defenders. Amir comes back for it, but it's taken by Mount Union. An errant pass goes all the way back to the keeper as they'll restart. Hart with the ball to A.J. Jabber. Nice ball, knocked away by Cam Thayer. At midfielder, Wilson comes up with it. Pluschek has his jersey got grabbed. I can see it from here, and that's going to be a whistle. Players greet each other. Nice sportsmanship by Spektic after he grabbed his jersey. Josh Cook with the ball. Spartans fighting for it. Mount Union plays it out. Good hustle by Cam Thayer. Wilson comes away with it, knocked away. So what can I tell you about Emilio Spektic right here from Chardon, Ohio? Business management major. Son of John and Lucy Spektic. He had a goal in 2022 and a goal last year, so that was his third goal of his career. Nice to see all these Clevelanders coming back home. The ball goes out of bounds. 11 1:36 to go in the first half. Michael Goldberg here. Cloudy day at DiSanto Field, but no earlier rain has stopped. Great to be with you. Parents weekend here at Case Western Reserve University as Fields boots it downfield. Wilson puts a head on it. No whistle. This Mount Union looking to create. Calvitz with the ball. Bradley Winter grabs it for Spartans. Rolls it to Josh Cook. Passes it across the field to Cameron Thayer. Cameron looking for help. Amir gets it and a nice pass back to Cormac Apostolides. Cormac looking for help and finds it in Sean Wilson. Sean with the ball. Upfield to, looks like David Panetta has checked in. Amir back to Panetta. Panetta has a on with it knocked away. That's going to be a out of bounds and a goal kick. So David Panetta checking into the game. What can I tell you about David? He's a sophomore midfielder. David Pineda out of Marlborough, Connecticut. And this is going to be a throw-in, not a corner kick. Good long throw, knocked out of there by Emilio. Amir with the ball, and he puts a foot on it. It's knocked out. This could be an opportunity for Union. Here goes Emilio down the field looking for Hancock. And Mount Union will pause and look for help. Hart has it on the wing and knocked out of bounds. So Pineda will have a throw in for the Spartans. Just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Case up 2-1 as Philip Washington will come over to take the throw in. To Lucas, back to Philip, to Josh Cook. Josh puts a right foot on it, but no one is home as the ball goes down to Hart. Hart will turn, looking for help. And finds it in Calvitz. Calvitz knocked out of bounds. A good play there by Philip Washington. Throws it into Utter. Off his head and corrals it. Spartans up 2-1. Back to Utter. Utter back to Jaber. Josh Cook boots it up. Amir's going to try to get a head on it, and he does to Pineda. Pineda looking to make a move. Gets bumped by Hart. No call. Now taken away by Jordan Akins, who just checked into the game, and now Pineda's going to get whistled. So Jordan Akins is a fifth-year player, right, also from the Cleveland area, Cuyahoga Falls. So Union plays it across. Washington knocks it away. Good play there by Brandon Kim. Goes back to the keeper, Bradley Winter, who just knocks it out of bounds for safety. So throw in for Mount Union. So Luka Dedick is checking in from Eastlake here in Cleveland, Ohio. Luka Dedic. And the ball is is out of bounds. Mount Union's ball. Good strong throw in, knocked by Cormack, but it's in the middle of the box, but rolls harmlessly to the keeper. So Luka Dedic, junior out of Eastlake. Oh, and a bad pass there by miscommunication between Thayer and Apostolides. Union with the throw. And that ball is knocked out of bounds. It'll be Spartan throw. And there's going to be another substitution. So number 27 coming in, Ota Kamaya. He's a sophomore out of Torrance, California. Kamaya has played in all 8 games, has 2 assists on the year. Mount Union with the ball as they get it to Calvitz. Calvitz with a nifty behind the back move, but nice play by Josh Cook to come up and clear it as Hart has it for the Purple Raiders. Back to AJ Jabber. To Dom Costura. Knocked out of bounds, and it'll remain Purple Raider ball. Just 4 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the first half as the Spartans are up 2-1. Nice throw in there and a good play by Sean Wilson to get ahead on it. Sean out of local Avon, Ohio, Avon High School. Same, probably a high school teammate of Adam Calvitz for Mount Union, also played at Avon. Utter boots it up, but Bradley Winter easily puts his hands on it. As the Spartans look a little burn a little time. Josh Cook with the ball. Cook looking for help, finds it in Thayer. Thayer back to Bradley Winter. To Josh Cook. I think the Spartans would be happy going into the locker room with a 2-1 lead as they look to kill a little clock. Cormac McCarthy and passes it up to Brandon Kim. Oh, and knocked down on the play is Kamaya, but it'll be a throw in for the Spartans. Back to Kamaya. To Josh Cook. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Bad pass by Cook, taken away by Mount Union. Union with the ball. Calvitz with the ball. Streaking down the left-hand side. Amir comes to mark him. He plays it back to Kostura. Jabbar with the ball. Knocked out of bounds, or knocked up, still in bounds, is the ball is AJ corrals it for Mount Union. Going to put it across the field to Hart. Just over 2 minutes to go in the first half. See if Union can get a shot on goal as they get it in the middle of the field. Little give and go, but knocked away, and Bradley Winter's going to come out, and a good aggressive play by the Spartans keeper. 1:55 to go in the first half as Winter signals his teammates to go further up. As he will take his time. Winter Puts a right foot on it, looking for Pineda upfield. Nice ball by Pineda, but no one home there for the Spartans. As AJ hits it up. Looks like it's Hancock with the ball, working against Cormac Apostolides. As Mount Union looking to mount an attack, no pun intended, and now the ball is kicked back to Bradley Winter. So just 1:12 to go. As Winter will take his time as he signals his teammates to go up the field as he boots it high and upfield. Pineda and Calvitz fighting for it, and Calvitz comes away with a nice head ball. Sean Wilson at midfield. It's taken away by Mount Union. Mount Union with the ball. Just 43 seconds to go as they sprint down. And a good defensive play there, and there's a whistle and a goal kick. So a nice job by Cam Thayer shielding the attacker, Luka Dedic. And I think the Spartans will be content to take their time and look for Bradley Winter to just boot it upfield, and that'll take them into the halftime locker room. Winter kicks it up. Union puts a head on it. 3 seconds to go as Thayer comes up, and that'll do it for the first half. So behind goals by Lucas Delacus and Camden Larson, your Case Western Reserve University Spartans are on top 2-1 heading into the half. We'll take a quick break here and look forward to being with you in the second half, and see you soon. Welcome back to DiSanto Field on the campus of Case Western Reserve University. Michael Goldberg here with you as we're just about to get things going in the second half. Have some halftime statistics for you. Spartans up 2-1 on the Purple Raiders. Goals by Camden Larson unassisted at 6 minutes and 13 seconds into the game. Emilio Spektic scored at 16:33 for Mount Union off a corner kick on assist by Reese Utter. And then the Spartans regained the lead on a Lucas Delacus goal, his second of the season, on an assist, a nice assist from Adam Pluschek. So that's where we stand. The Spartans had 5 shots during the first half, and so did Mount Union. And Fields gave up 2 goals, didn't have any saves, and Bradley Winter had 1 goal and didn't have any saves, and that's where we stand. The Purple Raiders with 4 fouls, the Spartans with 5. Purple Raiders with 2 corner kicks, the Spartans with 1. Each team had 5 shots, so pretty even first half as we get underway here in the second half. And Spektic blast the ball out of bounds, and so Philip Washington will have a throw in for the Spartans. Looks like the Spartans are bringing their same starters back that started the game. Charlie Wittenberg back in the ball game for Spartans, as Mount Union will have a throw in. Some nice footwork there. Chased down by the Spartans. Oh, and a nice play there by Adam Calvitz, and Bradley Winter needs to come up and put his paws on it before Amir Spratt does. So Mount Union showing some hustle out of the half as Josh Cook plays it to Thayer, to Cormac Apostolides. Nice spin move. Cormac passes it back to Cam Thayer. Thayer's pass to Landenfeld goes out of bounds as Calvitz will have the ball. Throws it in. Good header by Cam Thayer to Lucas. Lucas looking for help. Oh, and a nice move there by Larson. Larson up ahead to Kroger. Back to Lucas. Lucas looking for help upfield. His double team knocked out of bounds by Union. And a throw in by Philip Washington. Mount Union bench is all fired up. It sounds like they had some Red Bull or something at the half. As Landenfeld gets it in back to Washington, back to Landenfeld. Back to Josh Cook. Cook plays it across field to Cormac Apostolides, and that's knocked out of bounds. Adam Calvitz will throw it in. Middle of the field to Hancock. To the game is Caden Cochin. Landenfeld goes back to Cook. So some substitutes in the game for Mount Union. Cormac Apostolides plays it back. Apostolides with the ball. Back to Cam Thayer, who's going to play it back to his goalkeeper, Bradley Winter. Just underway in the second half. Spartans up 2-1. Oh, and a good hustle there play by Mount Union as they look to control. But Camden Larson comes away with it. Apostolides comes back, plays it back to Thayer. Utter with the ball. Good defense there by the Spartans. It's Hancock. Lucas with it back to Apostolides. Apostolides knocked down, and there's a whistle on the play, and it'll be a free kick for the Spartans. As Caden Cochin, junior out of Eastlake. They play it into Larson. Larson plays it up to Charlie Wittenberg. Charlie regains the ball. Kicks it with his left foot, and that's looked like it was out, but the referee says play on. Mountain Union not happy about that. Here they come the other way. Hancock back to Utter. Now downfield to Amir Spratt. Spratt comes back with it. 50-50 ball, and there's a whistle as Larson's knocked down. It'll be Case Western Reserve University ball. Cameron with the ball looking for Charlie Wittenberg. Charlie making a run, but chased down by Calvitz and goes out of bounds. So Charlie got the start and played 24 minutes in the first half. Seeing some good extended action out of Los Angeles. This is a head ball by Larson. Back to Landenfeld. And now Mountain Union steals it. Here comes Hancock. Could be dangerous as they get it up the field to Spratt. Spratt working with the ball, looking for help. Back to Hancock. Hancock shot on goal, saved by Winter. So Carter Hancock, 6 goals on the year. Very dangerous. There with the ball. He's going to take it himself. Now back to Apostolides. Cormack puts a left foot on it, and there goes Kroger with the ball. Kroger looking to make a move in the middle of the field, and then Pluschek just can't quite get a good foot on it, and it rolls to the keeper, and Fields has it for Mountain Union. So Mountain Union coming out playing some spirited ball here in the second half as they trail 1-0. Amir Spratt with the ball. Good defense by Washington. Spratt stays with it, passes it back to his defender. And out of bounds, it's going to stay Mountain Union ball. Utter with it. Utter back to Hart. To A.J. Jabber. A.J. plays it upfield to Spratt. Spratt working against Washington. Nice play by Philip Washington. Still battling for it. And out of bounds. And no call yet. And it's going to stay Mountain Union ball. Crowd's into it here at DiSanto Field. Pass across to Emilio Spektic. Back to Emilio. Adam Calvitz with it. Passes it up and taken away by Josh Cook, but an errant pass. AJ with the ball. Middle of the field to Kochin. Oh, and knocked down, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul against Mountain Union. Both players a little slow to get up. Larson goes back with it to Cook. Cook on the wing to Washington. Up to Pluschek, taken away. Delakis with it. Back to Larson. Apostolides to Charlie Wittenberg. Taken down, no call. Good play by Cormack to come up with it. Cormack continuing with the ball. Cormack Apostolides gets knocked and shouldered and knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be a goal kick for Mount Union. So Braden Kennedy, the junior from Strongsville, checking back into the game. Wonder if the Mount Union coach is going to his Cleveland roster a little bit more than normal, just to show the Cleveland families, their kids up on the field. Fields boots it up. Charlie Wittenberg puts a head on it, and he's going to have maintained possession. Nice job there by Charlie. Back to Larson. And Larson looking upfield, but a little too much for Pluschek. And Fields corrals it for Mount Union. Hancock to Spratt. Spratt is double team, knocked down, and there's going to be a whistle. Back to Hart. To Jabber. To Calvitz. Nice give and go. Oh, and a nice play by Charlie and a whistle. And that'll be Spartan ball. Charlie Wittenberg showing a lot of hustle. I know he had a good summer working in Paris at the Olympics. Good to see him back on campus. To Philip Washington. Knocked down by Spratt. And Emilio with the ball. Being chased by Lucas. Philip comes away with it. And here comes Mount Union looking to mount something. Hancock with the ball, and it's just behind Depperschmidt, who was making a run. Landefeld with it, back to Phillip, to Josh Cook. Actually, it's going to go back to the keeper. A little dangerous here in front of the goal, and Bradley Winter just knocks it out of bounds. A little bit of miscommunication there between Winter and his defenders, and Winter just knocked it away. So it'll be a throw-in by Adam Calvitz. Out of Avon, Ohio. Good throw, knocked up in the air by Cook, and Winter's going to jump up and corral it. Could have been dangerous, but Bradley Winter had a beat on it. 34 minutes to go in the ball game. Spartans up 2-1. Boots it downfield. Off the shoulder of Kroger. Lucas tries to chase it down. Good play by Union there. Emilio with the ball. Landefeld chasing it. Back to Hart, to Jabber. A.J. Jabber with the ball to Calvitz. Calvitz splits some defenders, but taken away by Larson. Larson in the middle of the field to Kroger, back to Lucas. Lucas up with it to Kellen. Kellen back to Apostolides, and there's going to be an offsides call on the Spartans. This Fields will start it up for Mount Union. Fields kicks it up. Good play there by AJ to get it out. Apostolides with it to Lucas. Apostolides back to Lucas. Could be dangerous here as it goes back to Cameron Thayer. Nice turn, but good fight by Amir Spratt. Now Hancock with it in the box, and he's knocked down, and that could be a call, and that's going to be a penalty against Apostolides as Hancock was knocked from behind, and the referee pointed to the spot. There's some debate going on right now, at least the Spartans looking for some help from the side judge, and they're not going to get any help. Spartan faithful did not like that call, as Apostolides whistled for a foul inside the box, and to no avail. So Emilio Spektic will take the penalty, interestingly, for he has the early goal. So, and Winter just does get by him. So Mount Union knots the score at 2-2 on Emilio Spektik's second goal on the afternoon. He scored the first one off a corner kick, and he scores on a conversion of a penalty there, and we're knotted at 2 with 32 minutes to go in the game. Tough break there for the Spartans, who really had been dominating play. Charlie Wittenberg checks out for the Spartans as Brandon Kim checks back in the game. Let's see if the Spartans can rebound from that call and penalty shot. Coach Poe pleading without success with the referee. So we are knotted at 2. Spartans scoring both their goals in the first half, with Mount Union evening the score here on a penalty kick at the 32-minute mark to go in the game. Thayer with the ball, kicks it up to Lucas, to Philip Washington, back to Lucas, taken away by Union. And there's a fight, and Amir Spratt comes away with it. Philip Washington and Spratt battling. Washington continued to battle as he puts a foot on it. It goes back to Josh Cook. Josh kicks it up. Spratt with it, middle of the field to Hancock. He goes down, no call. Josh Cook kicks it away, and there's a call against Mount Union and a yellow card on, I'm not sure who. Frustrations there by the Spartans. It's their ball, but I'm not sure if that was a unsportsmanlike call. There's an injury on the field as Depperschmidt is helped off. Waiting for an announcement of who the yellow card was against. Let's see if I can see it here. No announcement on the yellow card booking as Josh Cook plays it off to Cameron Thayer. Apostolides with the ball. Back to Larson. Oh, and it's bad pass by Larson. Miscommunication. Here comes Union. In the box to Emilio, knocked away, almost a third goal by Emilio. Knocked away, some sloppy defense there by the Spartans. And Mount Union with some life. Kicked up by the Spartans. Spratt comes away with it to Hancock. Thayer just kicks it out of bounds, and someone is down. It looks like there's a Union player down, maybe Emilio Spektik. Actually, Bradley Winter's trying to help him out. I don't know if it's a muscle pull. The trainer from Mount Union is coming out. As we'll pause. 30 minutes to go in the game. Spartans have been dominating the game to date. Time of possession, a penalty called on Cormac Apostolides led to a Spektik penalty. And we are knotted up here at 2 with 30 minutes to go in the ball game. Still a delay as Emilio seeing if he can stretch it out. I'm not sure if it's a cramp or something more. Parents' weekend here on campus. Always nice to see folks coming to see their students here at Case Western Reserve University. Good start to the semester so far. So, still some chatting going on down there as Spectic is attended to. I'm not sure why it's taking so long. One would think he would just perhaps leave the field if he's able to with his so he is walking and now still stretching, and everyone is waiting for resolution here. Josh Cook helping the trainer, help Emilio off the field. Good sportsmanship there. So there will be a substitution for Mount Union as Spectic gets a nice round of applause. 2 goals on the day. His best performance as a Purple Raider in his career. As Mount Union with a throw-in. Pluschek knocks it out of bounds. Tyler Harsh checking into the game for Emilio. And the ball goes back to Hart as Kroger chases it down. Jabber takes it over to Falcone, to Braden Kennedy. Good hustle there by the Spartans, and goes out of bounds. Spartan ball. Postolides will inbound or take it in to Brandon Kim. Kim back to Kellen, and it's knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Spartan ball as Postolides will throw it in. And he'll go back to Thayer. Okay. It's kept in bounds. Nice play by Brandon Kim. Another substitution. Amir Spratt checks out. And a good play there as the Spartans look to take it back. But Dom Costura takes it. Up to Josh Cook. Knocked out of bounds. Just under 30 minutes to go in the game. 2-2 the score. Fight at midfield. Kellen with it, looking for help. He's going to play it back to Josh Cook. Back to Kellen. To Larson, to Brandon Kim. Kim an errant pass. Mount Union with the ball. Reese Utter with it. To A.J. Jabber. To Hart. On the wing to Sam Falcone. To Kennedy. Kennedy still with it. And they have numbers. Mount Union with numbers. On the wing. Into the center, Bradley Winter grabs it easily. Let's see if the Spartans look to attack. Apostolides with the ball. Pluschek knocked out of bounds, and it'll be a Spartan throw-in. Back to Thayer. Thayer looking upfield for Pluschek. Knocked out by the defender, Jabber. Kellen looking for help. Finds it in Larson. Back to Thayer. Thayer to Josh Cook. Back to Thayer. Knocked away by A.J. Jabber. Apostolides with the throw. Back to Apostolides. To Lucas. Locus gets it in the middle and gets off the foot of Pluschek. A little bit of frustration here as we're 26 minutes away in the second half. As Case looking to mount something. Josh Cook streaking upfield. And knocked down. There's a whistle. The Spartans with the ball. That was Kyson Kroger hitting the deck. And there's going to be... Thought there may need to be medical attention, but gets up. Brandon Kim who went down, not Kroger, I'm sorry. Kellen with the free kick. Knocked away by Mount Union. Mount Union playing much better here in the second half. Passes it back to Cameron Thayer. Thayer to Brandon Kim. And here comes Hancock. Hancock creating some space. Passes it out on the wing. They play it in the box, but it just goes over the head of Sam Falcone. Plays it back to Kennedy. Kennedy to Utter. 25 minutes ago. Nice defensive play there by Adam Pluschek. So Luka Dedic checks into the game. Looks like Hancock will take a quick breather. Dedic with the ball, looking for help, and it's knocked away. Looks like it'll be a corner kick. Corner kick for Mount Union. Calvitz's ball, headed, Calvitz with it, and he'll have another chance to play it in the box. Knocked away by Kim, still in the box, and there's a whistle and a foul on Mount Union. So 2-2 the score, 23 minutes to go in the second half. As Bradley Winter plays it to Thayer, back out to Apostolides. Cormac with a nice little run here. As Utter comes up on him. He finds Kellen in the middle, who's knocked down. No call. Fans don't like it here. As Larson tries to chase it down, and there's a ball in the middle as Thayer comes up and makes a nice play. And Mount Union lets the ball go out, and it's going to be Spartan ball. So checking in for the Spartans, Sean Wilson and Amir Weiss. Washington's throw, it's knocked out of bounds. Weiss with it. Oh, and a nice job. And it gets back to him as he tries to get it in the box. Here comes Amir, and Amir's shot on goal saved by Mount Union. Nice play there by the freshman to get a shot on goal. Spartans still with it. Brandon Kim in the middle. DeLakis and Kim, and it's going to be knocked away. Cormac Apostolides with the ball. Cormac passes to Josh Cook. To Philip Washington, and there's going to be a whistle against Mount Union. Larson plays it back to Thayer. Back to Larson. Larson looking to take it upfield to Kim, but taken away by Mount Union. And here comes Mount Union the other way. Niles Spann. Oh, and a nice play by the Spartans. Now Philip Washington with it, and here comes Case Western Reserve the other way. And there's the ball, and Amir is called for offsides, just offsides, as the referee raised the flag. .21 minutes to go in the game. 2-2 the score. Michael Goldberg here at DiSanto Field on the campus of Case Western Reserve University. A.J. Jabber with the ball. To Utter, to Hart. Back to Utter, to Jabbar. To Kennedy. Falcone back to Kennedy, but knocked away by the Spartan D. Amir with the ball. Pluschek comes up. Hart with a nice job. And here comes Mount Union to Kennedy in the middle. Almost a handball there by the Spartans. And there's a whistle, and it's hit out. Dangerous play there for Case Western Reserve. Each team with 2 goals, 8 shots on goal by Mount Union, 7 for the Spartans. Here comes Brandon Kim with some nifty footwork as he plays it back to Josh Cook. Back to Apostolides with some space, looking for help. He'll go back to his teammate Cam Thayer. To Josh Cook. Back to Cameron. Middle of the field. Just under 20 minutes to go in the game as Cook, looking for help, finds it in Cameron Thayer. Thayer inside the 30-yard line to Lucas Delakis, but it's knocked away. Winner's going to come up way out of his goal and put a foot on it. And the Spartans will start from there. Larson with the ball. Larson to Apostolides. Apostolides looking for help. Back to Larson. Back to Thayer. Thayer to Josh Cook. Back to Thayer. To Cook. To Wilson at the midfield. Wilson looking for help. And he'll go back to Cormac. Spartans showing some patience here. Cameron Thayer with the ball to Amir. Amir settles it, goes back to Thayer. We'll go back to Apostolides and back to Thayer. Mount Union packing it in. They're 11 deep right now. Josh Cook at the midfield stripe. Oh, and there comes a steal by Mount Union, and Josh Cook will go back to the keeper, and there's a whistle, and that's going to be a free kick for Mount Union, and a yellow card on Cameron Larson, as the Mount Union player is still down. That looked like Niall Spann, a junior out of Stowe. They're going to call the training staff over. So Mount Union was playing, really packing the defense back with 11 back, and good steal there by Niles Spann, but he's knocked down on the play, and he's still down. There's an ambulance. I don't believe it's for here, but Spann's still on the ground. Is getting up under his own power, which is good to see, and he gets a nice round of applause from the crowd here at DiSanto Field. So Cabby Ramadani is back in the game from Lincoln West High School on the west side of Cleveland. And Utter will take the free kick for Mount Union. They put it up, nice head ball out. Amir tries to get on it as the Spartans look to push it out. And there's a shot on goal, ricochet, knocked away. And out of bounds, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Spartans, and there'll be a substitute. David Pineda checks back in for the Spartans. Thayer boots it upfield looking for Lucas, and he just can't save it as it goes out of bounds. Not much of an offensive attack for the Spartans here in the second half. They're looking for some spark. Kennedy will check out for this Mount Union Purple Raiders, and coming back into the game is Carter Hancock. Kim with the ball. A little miscommunication there as Mount Union takes it. Good play by Josh Cook to knock it away. Mount Union knocks it out of bounds. Oh, it looks like it's going to be a corner kick. No, sorry, correction, goal kick for the Spartans. Just 15 minutes to play in regulation here. Cook with the ball as he looks for help upfield. Lucas with the ball to Amir. Amir gets his foot on it. Back to Josh. Oh, and it's taken away by Hancock. Hancock with the ball, top of the box. And a good defensive play there by Larson to take it away. And here come the Spartans. There goes Pineda to Amir. Amir with the ball, and the ball's taken away by Mount Union defender. And then Larson kicks it out of bounds. Just under 15 minutes to go. Washington. Mount Union throw in. Good fight by Sean Wilson. Comes away with it to Larson, to Washington. Nice header by Wilson. Amir with the ball, looking for help up the field. And there goes Pineda as Hart kicks it towards a teammate. Mount Union retains possession. No call, and there's a whistle against Mount Union as Washington's knocked to the turf. So 13 minutes to go in the game. 2-2 your score here from the campus of Case Western Reserve University. Mount Union with possession. Oh, nice play there by Hancock to maintain control for Mount Union. Back to the keeper. Fields puts it up. 50-50 ball. Maintained by Wilson. Back to Cameron Thayer. Still a fight for it here at the midfield stripe. Lucas goes back to Apostolides, but it's taken away by Falcone. To Hart. Falcone. Good there, hustle there by Amir. So some substitutions for the Spartans. Brandon Kim will check out and Pineda will check out. So coming back into the game, Kyson Kroger and Adam Pluschek. Throw in for Mount Union. So Jordan Atkins checks back in for Mount Union. Oh, and out of bounds. Could be a corner kick for Mount Union. It's inside the box and it goes out. Atkins with the ball. Oh, and a good hustle play there by Pluschek looking for help. Back to Lucas. Nice pass to Wilson, taken away there by Reese Utter. Utter still with the ball. Plays it up the field to Falcone. Falcone against Lucas. The ball is kept in play by the Spartans. Out of bounds, it'll be Case throw. Kellen Landefeld checks in, and Lucas Delacus will have a seat. A.J. Jabbar to Hart. Out of bounds. Oh, they give it to Mount Union. Downfield looking for Jordan Akins. Good pass in the middle to Hancock. Hancock, the ball's knocked away, and it's going to be a corner for Mount Union. Apostolides gets it up in the air. Dangerous, still inside the box, and that's knocked away. Good defense there by the Spartans. So it's played back to Jabber. Across the field to Emilio's back in the game. And here comes Apostolides, but it's taken away by Mount Union. Utter with the ball. Good move there by number 5, Adam Calvitz. Now Winner takes it. Let's see if Spartans can put a little bit of pep in their step here in the last 9 minutes of the game, as they've really had nothing on offense. Back to Bradley Winner. Winner's going to kick it upfield. Kroger has it. Back to Larson. To Josh Cook. Cook to Wilson. 50-50 ball. Wilson has it. To Washington. Knocked out of bounds by Akins. And Washington slow to get up. Referee letting him play. Back to Thayer. Not a bounds. Mount Union just with a little bit more hustle here in the second half, and Emilio is down again, perhaps with that same leg issue. Back to Washington. It's going to look back to the keeper, and Winner's going to boot it down. Utter with the ball to Falcone. 7:43 to go in the game. To Jabber. To Hart. Nice move there by Mount Union, but Wilson kicks it out of bounds. Hancock with the ball. Dangerous pass right in front, but knocked away by Kroger to Kellen. To Apostolides, back to Kellen. Looking for help. Middle of field to Larson. Oh, and knocked out of bounds. Oh, saved by Kroger. Philip Washington on a 50-50 ball. The Spartans come away with it to Amir. Oh, and a bad pass there. Xander Pilska. Amir trying to chase it down, and they're going to go back to their keeper. Good hustle there by Amir. AJ kicks it down. Nice play by Apostolides to Wilson. 6 minutes to go in the game. Back to Wilson, to Larson, to Kellen, Cormack. Fans are getting a little antsy here. Wilson sees Washington to Amir. Amir still with it, looking for Washington. Washington with the cross. It's in front. Could have been a handball, as this referee is in the way of the Case player. The Case will retain it. Some tough breaks here for the Spartans, as they look to mount a little bit of some offense here. Kellen with the ball, back to Larson. On the wing to Cam Thayer. Cam back to Kellen. To Josh Cook. Cook in the middle of the field. There's Kellen streaking. Knocked out of bounds by Mount Union. Well, let's see if the Spartans having a little bit of spunk here. So Delacus coming back into the game for Sean Wilson. Delacus scored the second goal for the Spartans. It gave them the 2-1 advantage. Mount Union equalized on a penalty kick in the second half. So it's a Spartan throw-in. Ball's knocked up. A little too much there by Amir. Kroger with the ball, and that ball is kicked in. Oh, and they have an opportunity, but Cook can't get there. Back to Thayer. Cameron Thayer to Kellen. They're going to play it back to Philip Washington. Washington, dangerous pass there. Corralled by the Spartans. On the wing to Apostolides. Taken away by Mount Union. And Hancock with the ball. Delacus comes back. Good hustle there by the Spartans. And they'll go back to the keeper with just under 4 minutes to play here in the game. Larson with it. Larson boots it downfield. Delacus on the run. And knocked out of bounds by Mount Union. So the Spartans with the throw-in. Will take it. Amir with a big throw. Hit up in the air, still being knocked around. And Kellen goes back with it to Philip Washington. Washington has help on the wing. Pluschek has it, but knocked out of bounds. So just 3 minutes to go in the game as the Spartans look to try to get a shot on goal here. Score knotted at 2. And Carter and the Hancock goes off Hancock. Larson with the ball. Pluschek has it. Pluschek defended well by Mount Union. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going to be Washington throw in. Back to Pluschek. Good little touch there. Larson tries to keep it in to Kellen. Kellen with the ball. To Apostolides, back to Cam Thayer. Thayer to Cook. Just 2:13 to go in the game. Thayer plays it up to Apostolides. Apostolides on the wing to Kroger. Taken away by Mount Union, and here they come the other way. Up to Hancock. Hancock has the ball. Double teamed. Gets it back to a defender. .143 to go in the game. Will there be time for either team to mount a charge on goal? Hancock with it. Hit down the wing. Mount Union plays it in the center. Nice play by Lucas to get it out. The ball is still knocked around. Hancock has it. Kellen gets it. Back to the Spartans. Just 1:16 to go. To Apostolides. Apostolides with a left foot. Down to Kroger, who's streaking for the Spartans. And it's knocked away by Mount Union. Nice play by the defense. And here they go. Looking to attack. Falcone with the ball. 49 seconds to go as they play it down to Akins. Bradley Winter comes and puts a hands on it. So Apostolides with it, just 41 seconds to go. Here comes the Spartans. Apostolides to Amir. Amir is trying to chase it down. Mount Union knocks it away. And Hancock with it with 26 seconds to go, streaking down the sideline, marked by Josh Cook, waiting for help. And Mount Union with the ball. And they pass it across the field to Xander, just 14 seconds to go in the box. And Cook hits it back to Bradley Winter, just 8 seconds to go, and that will do it from DiSanto Field. Good battle here today as your Case Western Reserve University Spartans 2, Mount Union, the Purple Raiders of Mount Union 2. Michael Goldberg here from DiSanto Field. It's been a pleasure to be with you. See you next time.